when I do attend an audition with say 10 other people, I don't want to be treated differently because of this name I'm carrying. Are you the same person from 5 years back?
No, slightly poorer. You could have been what many actresses today choose to be famous and recognized. But you didn't choose that.
That didn't apply to me, but this can change about me tomorrow. I just don't want the audience to hold me and be like, hey.
You were rejected for being too thin on skin color.
There was one director who told me the Tamil audience will not see you. He directly told me this. Do you think, your first film itself, Mani Ratnam sir or, GVM sir will cast you? You need to go through this route. You need to first show yourself. I really love how I look and I am confident.
Me too. I love how you look.
Are you? Fun.
How has marriage changed you as an individual?
It's been very comfortable. He's amazing as an husband, yeah.
Are you excited for politician Vijay or will you miss the actor Vijay?
I do believe he might come back.
So we will have a Thalapathy 70.
I'm guessing.
All right. Sit back, buckle up and brace yourselves. This is Chennai Live 104.8 and my name is Rajiv. Today, my friends, on the show, we've got beauty, talent and success, but maybe not in that order. Poduva solvanga that beauty and brains, choose one of these two. That's a rare combination. Today, I can say I probably have both of them right in front of me. But if talent and beauty is the most important formula for success, I think we need to question that. Because my guest today had a choice. We can do the tried, tested, safe formula to be famous and big in the industry, or do the untried, try something experimental and create a name for yourself. She chose the risky path. Today I have a choice, coffee or tea, and I say, Keerthi. Such an old joke.
Oh my God.
That was very bad. Okay, Keerthi. Welcome and welcome. How are you?
Very, very good, Rajiv. Too much of build-up.
Did you deserve it? I somehow think you deserve so much more, not just from the fans, not just from film fraternity, but from the industry at large. I think you deserve more. You deserve a lot more of all of this. Do you agree that it's high time 2019 lerinde I've been giving you consistently brilliant performances? Not mass, mega commercial movies that release Pongal Varde, Deepavali release. I've been giving you solid performances. Maybe it's been 6 years. It's high time you recognize me for my talent. Do you feel so?
I honestly feel there is a sector or a section of people that have been following my work. Like you said, the honest truth, it is relatively small, but I'm okay with the pace I'm going in and the time I'm taking and the work that I'm doing. It keeps me happy. I go to sleep peacefully and I wake up looking forward to the day. So that's important for me.
I see here there's an actor and there's a star. There are two levels, right?
Correct.
An actor is what you do with your craft. A star is what your PR and marketing team does to praise you up.
Yeah.
I think you're the most underrated actor. I have seen your movies, Keerthi. You are flawless. You have it in your genes. You really do. So we'll start off by talking about movies and you and the family that you're connected to. But tell me, now you've been in a round of so much PR, your movies coming up.
Yes.
So which is the one question recently, Ketale, don't ask me this question. It's a very bad question. What is that?
It's more about, I think, on the lines of how do you feel acting with your dad? Sharing.
So I should not ask this question.
Because I'm just like, it's the same redundant
If she didn't like it, she would not do it.
No, and honestly, I'm trying to find new ways to answer this question every time, but it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing that I do feel. I don't want to lie also. I have to tell, oh, you know what, this is what I felt and all. But that's one question, I think.
Let me rephrase this question for you, Chariya. you didn't want this surname. Initially 2019 வந்து when Keerthi சொன்னாங்க I'm going to take the step into the industry. Theatre பண்ணீங்க, dance, you're amazing at it. Films is a combination of all of this and much more, சரியா? So அந்த டைம்ல ஒரு புதுசான வார்த்தை வந்தது in the world. It's called nepotism.
Correct.
Nobody had heard this. I'd never heard this word, yeah. Suddenly it became, there are two bad words. One's the F word, one is the N word. And it's nepotism. Like, oh, okay. So, Ninga at the start itself decided that I don't want to use my surname. I want to stand on my own ability. What was the thought process behind it? When did that change? And what was the struggle of being a star kid and not being a star kid also? Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, for me, I've always experienced this, the respect or being received in a certain way when they know whose daughter I am. And when I, started doing my whole performance on stage and then my auditions for films and all that, I kind of figured that I don't want that. Not because I'm embarrassed or not because I don't associate it with it, but it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my father. The respect that they're giving, the treatment they are giving me, it belongs to my dad. So when I do attend an audition with, say, 10 other people, I don't want to be treated differently because of this name I'm carrying. That's not the talent there. What I'm bringing to the table on that day is what I want you to see and recognize, not my father and the 30 years of work he has done up until then, So that was one thing that stood really, really strong in me.
It's a very bold thing to say. It's a very honest thing to say. And every star kid feels this, but they don't want to say it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they feel comfortable getting their undue right. Maybe they feel uncomfortable. But this is a part of the package that comes in, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, see, it's not my fault that I'm born to my father.
It's a blessing to be born and be healthy and to follow your dream.
Yeah, it's so when they do say nepotism or they create these own stories of how I, do my films or how I would have got in a film and all of that. I'm always constant. Initially, it used to kind of worry me, but then I kind of realized no matter what, people are going to talk. And I'm only wasting my time if I'm going to stop and try to tell them, hey, no, I did not do that. There's no point. We just have to get on doing our work. And I was very sure I did not want the respect that my dad deserved to be given to me.
When did you feel this? Auditions are one of the most amazing experiences.
Correct.
At that time, we don't realize it, Cheriya. But after we get rejected, after we get an opportunity, then we realize, actually that audition taught me this thing. I grew better or worse, or I learned something with that audition. So take me through that journey before 2019 you created your debut or made the big leap in. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி எப்படி இருந்தது auditions and எந்த auditionல feel பண்ணீங்க நீங்க that I don't deserve it but they're looking at me and talking to me because I am the iconic Mr. Arun Pandian's daughter. When was that?
Honestly, they would get to know after I've met them. Somehow through the PRO or somewhere they'll know, oh, neenga avanga ponna idu modaliye sollirukkalame is the first reaction. And I'll tell them, no, my intention was for you to not know it, but you got to know, and it's fine. So I've actually always received not very nice comments from a lot of auditions, and that has only been turning points in my life.
You mean the feedback for your performance or your trial?
Yeah, so it was not even for my performance. I would have completely taken in or accepted if they said, you're not, your performance is not as we expected, or it's not suiting the role, or we expect you to act in this way, or your modulation, whatever. Anything about the craft, I would have really wholeheartedly taken it. But it was always straight up just looking and being like, no, industry cannot have someone like you. Because
can I use these words, what they have used to you, with all due respect, which maybe in 2018 and adukku munnadi was acceptable, but today the world has changed. Men have become more conscious. The way you talk about a woman to a woman has to be very respectful.
Correct.
You were rejected for being too thin. You were rejected on skin color.
Correct.
And it's the same directors today who want to fight and tell the world North India versus South India.
Yeah.
Why take a North Indian heroine for a Tamil movie?
Yeah.
It's the same people who say
Correct.
that today.
Yes.
What were the words you got? And today you're not talking as an actor, Keerthi. You're talking for every college girl, every young aspiring girl, whether they are in the film industry or corporate world or entrepreneurs. Sometimes these comments are passed.
Yeah.
Very often it's passed. It can demotivate them. How did you battle that and say, that's your opinion, I'm the same, and I'll show you why this works? How did you battle that?
I didn't have that much clarity back then. Not even close to what I have today.
Yes.
Of course, it broke me a lot. Where there was one director who told me, the Tamil audience will not see you. You look a certain way, and avungalukku idu pidikadu. He directly told me this, and it was very hurtful. And at that point, I called. Back then, my boyfriend, now my husband, I called him, and he was
Ashok, shock.
I bawled and I cried, yeah. And I actually made a piece about this for stage. I did a monologue based on this. And in fact, performing this piece, when I wrote this piece and I performed it on stage, is how I got through with it.
You had
I
a
was able
platform to express.
Yes, the expression really helped me. So, which is why theatre is so important in my life. It really has molded me in ways I can't even explain. So theatre really helped me at that point. And so yeah, I wasn't able to mentally take it, but somehow I was able to channelize it into into
Positive energy.
Yeah, into bringing it into this. And honestly, we are human beings, right? We do.
It affects us.
Yeah. It affects any of us. So I only feel it is okay for it to affect us, but that is not the end of it. Like, we can't get into a vortex of just having that feeling.
Can I ask you an honest question? When they told you, you are too thin, you are too brown to be in the industry, to be
Dark. They didn't even say brown.
I'm just trying to be a bit correct.
Yes.
But they say this because they feel we have the authority to say this because we're in the film industry.
Yes.
Many people in the industry, they have an inflated ego. They think they're close to God, which sometimes they need a reality check. We'll talk about that. There are some great people, there are some not so nice people. But did you actually say that I'm too thin, I need to put on weight? Give me an honest answer. Did you say I'm too brown, I need to change the tone of my skin? If I'm to be told right, you tried to do all of this. Am I right?
Not really, actually. When every time I was told that I'm too dark or too thin, with my color, I've never tried to change it, because in fact I was kind of born very fair, and eventually I became this color and have been this color for a long time right now, since school. So this is me, and I've always accepted this about myself, and I really love how I look, and I am confident.
Me too. I love how you look. I really do.
So
Ashok will give me a call. He'll say, "What are you doing, macha?"
no, your wife will ask me what's happening. We go way long back now. But in regard to gaining weight also, of course, I've thought of it. I've tried, going to the gym, diet and all of that, but it never really worked out. Up until I did a film called Kannagi, where the director was very keen on having me on board, but there were other people, deciding authorities in part of the project, who told him, do you want to see other casting, because she's too thin and she has to play a pregnant lady and you can't believe. So he told me, so he fought with them, saying, why can't thin people be pregnant? I mean, this is a world where there are all sizes of people, right? So why can't we show a thin girl being pregnant? So when he told me that motivated me to do some work, So that's when I went all out. Like, I really went all out, and I gained about 11 kilos for that role, and that was the time I actually gained weight in my life.
Actresses are doing everything to lose weight, and here is one girl who did everything to gain weight. And it's gained you a lot of fame, respect, and popularity. Of course, it has. I must tell you one thing, not like you don't know it, Keerthi, but there are so many women who die for this tone of skin. You know, the dusky skin tone is extremely
No, that's
popular.
become a thing right now. They're all like, oh, this color, this exotic brown, and
Now people go and they say, we're too fair, change the color.
Yeah.
You know, I had a problem. I don't know if you know this, but I came into to media to become an actor.
Oh.
I was told, you're too fair. You're too fair. And I was given the role of an American doctor for the maximum of my life. If I take it, that maybe I won't be here. Keerthi, not very long ago, in 2019, you had a choice to choose which path you want to go on, Cheriya. So you could have done a out and out commercial masala entertainment movie. You could have been what many actresses today choose to be famous and recognized. One big hero, masala entertainment. You would have got 2 songs, 3 romantic scenes, and you would have been very, very popular. But you didn't choose that. You said, na character panve. Women oriented on a role which sounds great and very bold, and it's only someone who has self-confidence who can do that. Trust me on that one. But today when I go back and tell you, would you do the same thing? Give me an honest answer. There's nothing wrong in saying yes or no. Would you still do the same, or would you say, I need to be commercially successful as well? Na tumba madri nariya padangal pannuve. Maybe I should have done something else before. Go back and tell me, if you had to change something, will you?
Nothing.
No?
No. I have no regrets in choosing my first film. In fact, around that time when Tumba happened, there was another film I was offered with, I don't want to name the star, but a big boss, like the whole fame that was there and all of that. So everything that you said existed in that film. The romance, the dance, the action sequence, saving the girl and heroism and all of that. But the girl had nothing to do in the film. And that did not interest me. And honestly, when I started out acting...
Who was the actress of that movie?
I don't know who acted.
You know, Chumma, don't tell.
I don't know who played the...
I'm trying to join everything. You understood that?
Yes, of course. I don't know. But
Did the movie do well?
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know that they made the film and it came out and all of that. So, because I was advised to do that film by very close people. They were like, you're a fool to not do that film. And there was one person very close to me who said, do you think, your first film itself, Mani Ratnam sir or, GVM sir will cast you? You need to go through this route. You need to first show yourself and catch a commercial space, and then they will notice you. But that didn't apply to me. And honestly, that was not the route I was kind of mapping, I went with what I felt was the right thing to do at that time. And even today, if you ask me, I do the same thing. I really, really, really love that Tumba is my first film.
But is there a feeling that, today you say, I want to still do this masala mass movie?
Yeah, honestly, I want to tell you this. Where you said, I'm doing these female-oriented films. Character-oriented films and strong women roles. It's not like I'm on the lookout for such films, yeah? Those are the kind of characters that are coming to me, and I'm very happy to do it. But honestly, I want to do all kind of roles. And as of today, I want to be a responsible actor doing responsible characters and stories. But this can change about me tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, I could also do a film where there is not much impact where that character has in the film or the story. She just comes and goes, or she's just there for a dance number. There's a possibility I might do it. Yeah. So there's always a chance for it to change. My priorities can change. My views on life can change. My perspective can change. And I'm open to that.
To everything.
I just don't want the audience to hold me and be like, hey, you did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because as human beings, we keep changing, right? Are you the same person from 5 years back?
No, slightly poorer.
Because I know that I'm not even the same person from
correct.
5 months back.
Correct.
Right? And it goes for all of us. So honestly, anything can change and happen.
But I think the easier thing to do, I'm not in the industry, so I'm just one amongst the audiences, but neenga choose pannirkinga or path is the more difficult thing to do, right? And it's a lot more easier to do this mass commercial movie, which you might do, but I think you've already done the difficult part. So either pannirkinga, you can always do this anytime, but neenga sonninga advice into that to do this and all of that. Which is the worst advice you've got from the industry? Don't have to tell me who, but worst done advice, and you said like this is very horrible.
Advice.
நிறைய கொடுக்குறாங்க இங்க இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில ஃப்ரீயான விஷயம்னா அட்வைஸ் தான்.
Correct. ஃப்ரீயா வாய் இருக்கிறதுனால ஃப்ரீயா அது வருது. But honestly, I don't remember. It's like I have the selective memory.
Oh.
I can just
Erase
it.
A best advice that you follow. I'm sure your father has told you a few good things.
Honestly, he doesn't advise.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. He does not advise. He does not take life lessons or tells this is right, this is wrong. He just exists in my life, and I just see him, and I think I want to be at least 1% of the person that he is, because I'm seeing how people receive him and the goodwill that he's created. So it's only from just seeing him and learning.
Is it just the actor Keerthi I'm talking to, or is it also a director? Yeah, I'll tell you why. I don't know if anyone's, or you've spoken about this to anyone. The way you talk about films is a lot from a film making perspective. You are not here in the industry for fame, Keerthi. Like many would want to enter fame when or following when or sponsorship deals when or brand ambassador. No, you're not that person at all. I see in me a person who's someone who loves the art of films. You like storytelling. You like the magic of cinema. And maybe that is where you're actually going. That's why you're not behind this fame and frenzy. Is that right? Is there a person to you that says filmmaking, directing, I'm a part of the movie world, not just an actor. I want to narrate the story, control the set, control a storyline?
Very true, actually. For me, art, performance, and especially filmmaking, I'm extremely passionate about. And in regard to fame, glory, victory, money, all of these are byproducts of the work we do. Any industry you take, these are just the byproducts. Your primary is the work that you're doing, the purpose that you have there to fulfill. And that's how I see this for myself.
No, and of course our conversation is going to continue with the movies that you have lined up, the roles that are coming up, and you don't call the paparazzi to come and say I'm coming outside the gym, come and take photo. I'm arriving at airport, correct? I want the photo. That's what happens. Tell me the truth. Yeah, I'm going to ask you this question. Tell the truth, otherwise I'll throw this hot coffee on you. Okay, so how is it that these paparazzi people are not 24 hours at the airport, but correctly on the actor வரும்போது அங்கே இருப்பாங்க, salon வெளில இருப்பாங்க, theater வெளியே இருப்பாங்க, அந்த launchல இருப்பாங்க? So how does this work? Do the actors tell the paparazzi now what photo எடுங்க?
If I tell this truth, then other actresses and actors.
No, you forget the others. Just tell me. Cameras எல்லாம் off பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, nonsense.
Okay, how does this happen? Tell me.
You know what? This whole paparazzi thing does not really exist here yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming up.
Coming in.
Like slowly, even in our industry, they're getting into this whole airport look and out of gym look and all of that. Yes, they call their PRs. That is the truth.
Yes, in the industry there நிறைய galata இருக்கு and behind the woods நிறைய action இருக்கு, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And you've kept it real. I'll tell you what, for this reality, there's a lot of respect for the actor, the performer in front of me. But unfortunately, it takes a lot more. What does it take? You know better. We talk about this. ஒரு perception இருக்கு, right or wrong வந்து இன்னைக்கே clarify பண்ணுங்க. Blessings ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு, and touch wood, you're a very blessed girl with the lovely family, friend circle that you have. நீங்க ஸ்டார் டாட்டர் இருக்கீங்க. No one can take that away from you, right? Surname remove பண்ணாலும் that is the identity you carry. You're a star wife as well, and Ashok has done amazing for himself. So people will say, this girl's got everything. She's got a director, producer, actor, everything in-house-liye irukku. Her career is sorted and set. அவங்களுக்கு என்ன கஷ்டம்? I have seen in the past few weeks, நீங்க என்ன கஷ்டங்கள் எடுக்கிறீங்க. The effort you are putting in. You don't want anybody's help, but people want your help actually. So tell me, what is the misconception people have? And actually, இன்னைக்கு ஒரு career oriented person இருக்கும்போது, what are you trying to do and what are the challenges you face? Even after 6 years in the industry and all the names attached to you, it's still not easy.
In regard to what people speak, it's not in our control. What's in our control is how we react to it. And I have realized no matter what we do, what path we take, how we do it, people are going to talk. And it comes from their own view of life, right? So we can't change this. What I can do is continue doing my work in the direction I want to go. So star daughter or star wife is a new word that you've given to me today. Whatever it is, even in regard to Ashok, he's completely a self-made man, just like my father. He's such a self-made man, and I'm so proud of that. And I also know that is my journey. But like you said, people will not say it, and it's okay. You know, it's completely fine, because what they think or what they talk does not define who I am or what I'm doing. That's how I kind of navigate through this whole thing.
You know, I think you handled this phase of marriage very beautifully. You know, some people want to make such a big scene of it and all of that, which I think you did in a very soft, quiet way, unlike these big movie stars who, you know, they want to create all the hype like it's the biggest thing happening in the country. And the madri vishayanga nadako. How has marriage changed you as an individual? You know, relationships are very important. Commitment is very important. Idoda or bridge vandu love, right? That's everything.
Yeah.
So in the last few years, what has changed about Keerthi the individual? Have you been more understanding, lost your cool, more giving? Illana career avlo mukkiyam kediyadhu, family life romba mukkiyam irukku. How have you learnt and what have you balanced?
It's not very different,
No?
I would say. Yeah, because with Ashok, I've known him for what now? I think 12 years almost now.
They say once in a blue moon. Neenga sonninga once in a blue star.
Achacho. So it's been very comfortable with each other. Both of us are very comfortable, and touch wood. And that way marriage has been amazing, and the support that he gives me, the support that we give each other in regard to work, our personal life balancing, we both are very close to each other's families as well, me with his parents and sister and him with my parents and sisters. So it's very nice, and we have that perfect balance, and we know no matter what, when work is there, that is your priority. Doesn't matter my birthday, anniversary, this, that, work comes first, and we both respect that a lot for each other.
You know, they always say as a boyfriend, he looks perfect, or the partner always looks perfect. As soon as you become husband or wife, then the problem starts. Okay. So, what about Ashok? After you got married, you're like, hey, this quality is very bad. Yeah? We need to control this one.
No, I'll tell you one thing. This no one would ever agree around him who knows him, or no one would even imagine. But I've always known that he'll be a family person. He himself did not know this, which is why he actually never wanted to be married in life. And somehow he decided and proposed to me. Like, I did not.
Yeah, everybody does mistakes. Yeah.
But he himself thought he's not marriage material. But he is the perfect husband, I would say, in the sense, not that there are no flaws. I have flaws. He has a lot of flaws. Together we have a lot of flaws in that house. But it's perfect because we accept each other. And that is very, very important. And he's amazing as a husband. Yeah.
Okay, tell me one quality about you that you have developed over the past few years as a married woman. Is it the cooking that you have learned? Is it is it surprising the person when he comes home? What is it that you have done after getting married? Like,
I think after getting married, I've gained a little more patience in life.
the option is getting. It's not your trait, it is the situation.
Yeah. And a little more calm, I think, to like bring back to your zen mode no matter what happens, how clumsy it's going to be. I think that's something, honestly, I have learned.
There are 4 pillars to a successful marriage. நீங்க என்ன சொன்னீங்க? Love. Then you said calmness.
Yes.
Patience.
Yes.
And நாலாவது, please remember this, ignorance.
I think other than நான் வந்து கொஞ்சம் வந்து sugar coat பண்ணி I said accept.
That's a better way of saying it. That's how the media people will say it. Doesn't sound right. Okay, we'll continue our conversation. We understand there's a personal side that is so nice, so blessed and so happy. But like you say, marriage க்கு அப்புறம் அவ்வளோ மாறல. ஏன்னா மாறருக்கு வந்து whether you like it or not, control or uncontrollable, is this film industry. Many don't like it. It is a corporate takeover. Whether you like it or not, corporates with money are controlling the business of art. That's what has happened. Today, if you have a story, Keerthi, you can't execute it. ஏன்னா கார்பரேட் வந்து கமர்ஷியலாக பண்ண முடியுமா? எதுக்கு ஸ்டார் வேல்யூ வேணும், 2 சாங் போடணும், இந்த மியூசிக் டைரக்டர் ஆச்சு வச்சா ஒரு சேல் ஆகும். Today there is no artistic freedom. It is dominated and hijacked by corporates. Is this the direction the proud and iconic Tamil film industry is going towards?
What you're saying is true in regard to how it has changed from before, but I don't think we should see this as a negative thing. Yes, corporate has the money, and yes, they are demanding for all of that things that you have mentioned, but the freedom of speech to make art exists within us, and if we want to do it, we will find a way. And I think most of us are doing that. So there's no point in thinking, how this has changed and why it's in this phase. Yes, the Tamil industry is in a very volatile phase right now, kind of vulnerable, and the comparison with other industries, all of that is happening, but we are holding strong at the core. And I do think we will attempt continuing to make good content, and that's how we've also produced a film to make, and my husband's also producing a film to make. That's why I'm saying, if we want to make something, we will find a way to do it. There is no point sitting and complaining, because we're just wasting our time and energy doing that.
When we portray to everybody that we are one film family, we are one film fraternity, that's not true. That is so not true. And it has to be voices like yourselves, the youngsters, who say that no, we get together just for this producer council and for those for the political parties we get together. But the truth is, the biggest politics is in the industry, not the politicians in the parties. It's in the industry. Does that kind of make you a bit upset that today people should be backing icons, but they are against icons? Today, people should serve a platform for talent, but we are snatching away that stage. That's the situation we are in. Right or wrong?
I don't completely agree, because there is a section of people like that, but there is also a section of people that are looking to uplift. And that does exist. And I know this because I am surrounded with those kind of people, and I am in that circle, and we're always looking to, in fact, I've done 6 films and a web series. I think only one of my film, the director has directed previous films. Otherwise, it's all been debut.
Gokul, you're talking about
Yes,
Gokul, yeah.
yes. All are debut directors. And in fact, the film that I've just done, Akenum, which is releasing on July 4th, the entire team, the technical team, director, the music director, the cinematographer, all of them are new debutants, and it's there. That circle is there, and we're also friends. இது நாங்கெல்லாம் ஒரு ஃபேமிலி ஆயிட்டோம். All the dialogue எல்லாம் இல்லாம, we are looking to support each other, uplift each other, because honestly, somewhere they asked me, are you ready for this race of this film that's releasing on 4th, because there are 3 other films that's releasing.
And big ones, huh?
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I'm not in any race. I'm not seeing it like this, because I don't want to step on someone to go up. I want good films to make the money, because producers have put money is involved in that also, and a lot of passion is involved in that. Good films have to make money, and I'm always going to support that. I honestly want that, and I also know there are a bunch of us who want the same thing.
Very well said. And if this is the mindset of the young actors, young film minds, I think the industry is very, very healthy if this is what it is. There was this movie which you shot for. It was a remake of the Malayalam movie Helen, correct? Talk to me about that movie and the wonderful character you played in it, because most of your time was spent in a freezer. That was what it was about.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Can you tell me the movie's name?
I can, but I think you should take the limelight.
Please do.
What I heard last few minutes back when you told me to practice, it is called Unbirkiniyar.
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 Okay.
Then accept it now.
There's an accent. Yeah. But no, good attempt.
Okay.
I mean, the very reason why we wanted to give a name that's very pure Tamil, and we wanted to give that.
What's the meaning of Unbirkiniyar?
So it's more of Anbir which is like loved by all, and a person who gives a lot of love,
That
abundance.
suits you perfectly.
So you think? Fine. So about that film, well, what you saw was this character in the freezer freezing, right? So I was profusely sweating, is the truth. Yeah. So we actually shot in an actual freezer.
Correct.
And they planned and thought, let's keep the temperature close to 0 degrees so that we can get the performance and all of that. But it was impossible, given the kind of discipline that follows on a set where people are going in and out of that freezer. So the door was perpetually kind of open, so they couldn't maintain it. First day they attempted, and half day they kind of realized. So after that they were like, never mind, let's not try to create that scenario. And the director was like, yeah, do your work of being an actor, acting like you're in a freezer. So that entire freezer portion, I was actually sweating inside.
Oh.
And that's how I was shivering, acting like I was freezing. And
How did they create that heat there? How did you get the sweat in? And what is the size of the freezer? Because it looks like very compact.
yes,
And how did the camera go in? How did take me behind the camera? What happened?
It wasn't, they didn't have to create the heat. It was just hot because of all the lights and all the people inside, yeah. And we did shoot in an actual, freezer where it's called something, I forgot, where you can move in and move out, humans can move in and move out, like in the story. And we shot there for, in fact, interestingly, this was shot just before the lockdown. India went into lockdown. And my dad one day called and said, we had like 3 days of shoot left. And my dad called and said, I think India is going to go into a lockdown, because other countries were going into a lockdown. And he said, you guys have to finish shooting today. And we were like, what
India is going to go to lockdown. We will lock into a freezer. Come fast.
No, honestly, he kind of somehow knew that it was going to happen. Like, Modi was going to announce this. So we had to shoot the 3 days portions within like 24 hours. And which wasn't possible. We had to, we actually shot for 36 hours without sleeping. There was no rest. So there was 36 hours of continuous shoot, and I did not sleep. Like, I did not blink an eye. And this was the most important parts of the freezer zone. And I really enjoyed it. Actually, my most motivating thing was, this is what I came to do. This is why I'm here. And it's almost like I found my purpose of life. And I'm completely okay to be in such scenarios where you're giving your all.
It's the life of an actor, isn't it?
Yes, and I really did enjoy the process.
Is that your best performance till date?
Oh no, I can never say this is my best, and that is honestly.
People say this is your best.
Yes, I do think there's like a draw between this and Kannagi that I played. But every time I perform and then I watch it, I'm like, oh my God, like I should have done that.
Oh, you really? So you are very critical about your work, is it?
Very.
So when you look at your photo, you look at your scenes, you look at your performance, you're like, you're not happy.
Yes, I'm not happy, but more of I should have done that better. And honestly, that also comes from a place of, the day you performed and the day you're watching is like 10 days apart, at least minimum, right? Or a month apart. So in that month, you have gained certain experiences or understanding. And then it comes your thought process, and seeing that comes from that space, and you're like, damn, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have taken that breath there. So it's not like I'm not happy or I'm too critical, but I'm always saying how I could have done it better. And I think almost all actors would agree.
But I think what really worked, or why I say it was your best performance, remake is a very, very tricky process. Remake a successful movie is great commercial sense, but creatively you need to be different but still have the same
Correct.
ethics, same environment. I think this movie did justice to the Malayalam original. So if I were to ask you, okay, you know what, Keerthi, choose any movie from any language, let's remake it.
Are you?
Which one would you take?
I'm saying it.
You have to give me an answer, otherwise you have to sing. Two options.
Single Vendana could.
Thank God we escaped. I thought we listened to a bad voice.
No, you're talking about yourself.
Yes, always about me. Okay, which movie you saw recently? Like, in the Telugu movie, in the Malayalam movie, in the Hindi movie, one that is so amazing.
Not
English.
Telugu, but okay. There are two films I really like, and I would love to. I mean, it would be a task to remake and try to perform. One is Cocktail, Deepika Padukone.
Yeah, Deepika Padukone, Saif and
Yes,
Dinah.
yes.
Okay.
And I don't know, somehow people might find this surprising. I think you found it surprising when I said this. But I think the performance and the arc that Veronica character has, I remember the character Veronica has, is brilliant. And Deepika gave, I think, one of her best performances was Cocktail. And I really want to explore a character so grey, fully flawed, and how it kind of transforms with her. I really would want to do that. And Pikku.
Oh, very
These are-
nice.
yeah.
So two very different movies. But are you okay doing a character that the society doesn't agree with? Eniki or identity, no, it's not so easy what you're saying. Let me come back to my question once again. You carry an image, you carry an identity. Society oda parvaile vandu Mr. Arun Pandian's daughter.
Correct.
Ashok's wife. She's a very reputed family. Would you think before doing a character? Would you think before doing an item song? Because other professional irukku, but still it is the person who's doing that profession. So are you okay with breaking the norms of society? Be honest with me. There are images attached. There are strings attached. Are you saying it doesn't matter?
Honestly, I don't really take decisions based on my father or my husband, because they have their own work going on and I have my own direction going on. And in regard to special numbers or characters that break whatever, like disturb the society, 100% I would want to explore that. In fact, when Kannagi's first look got released, which is basically me holding my, pregnant belly and it's connected to a ticking bomb, my dad received hundreds of calls and messages from the press asking, your daughter is doing something like this. What are you thinking about this? What is your opinion about this? And he stopped at when initially he got the calls, he picked it and he's like, what are you saying? I don't even know. Like, he honestly didn't know.
Oh.
And then he saw the poster, he's like, don't ask me these questions. It's her life and her journey. And then he stopped picking it up. So, in fact, for Kannagi,
You're so in the character, you're still holding your stomach.
sorry,
Still in the character,
yeah,
I was like, does she have a stomach pain?
no.
Because with me, normally they hold like this. They don't hold like this.
So with Kannagi, there was a lot of people having their opinions because it dealt with the very taboo, topic of abortion. And there was a scene where I was hitting my stomach, which was part of the trailer and all of that. It really disturbed the people and shook them. And they were like, why would you do something like this? But if you watch the film, you would understand why. And I think it's important that I use my voice and consciously, and I would go ahead and do 100%. I wouldn't think so much. I would only think what makes me happy, satisfied, and impresses me. What I think is needed, I would do it.
No, you're a very bold lady, a very righteous lady. You said the movie cocktail. I'll tell you what the ideal cocktail is. A lot of passion, a lot of talent, a great vision and courage. That's your cocktail. That makes Keerthi Pandian, to be honest.
So nice.
You know, let's talk about another amazing character that you've done, and people are like, maybe this is going to be a game changer, and that's the movie coming out. Once again with your father, but a completely different role. Tell me about Akenum, and every movie is special. This one probably has more stakes attached to it. Tell me about the movie, your role, and also why is the success of this very critical for you and people associated.
Akenum is made, like I said, I've predominantly worked with debutants. In this film, the entire technical team, the core team, are all debutants. And they don't really have a prior experience. They've made one short film before. And my father was very excited to take this on board. In fact, I told him, please don't produce this, because I was trying to mount this project in another production company. And he said, no, we should do this. I want to do this. Because for him, it became, doing his first film, Umai Viligal, Inainda Kaigal, all of this. There were a group of boys who made this film, a group of boys from the Film Institute. So for him, when he saw these group of boys with so much passion and fire, he said, you know what, I want to guide them. I want to be able to make this film with them, and let us do it. And I think that is why it's very important that this film reaches a lot of people.
Yeah.
How the people perceive it or how they're going to accept it or feel about it is not in our control. What we can do is bring it to the maximum number of people to watch it. And it is very encouraging for debutants, for people who come with a dream of making films and giving good content. Like you see, we had Tourist Family and Kudumastan and all these Good Night and all these Portholil, all of these films, they entered without much noise, and it spoke for itself, and people really welcomed it. And that is very encouraging, and that's why Akenum should also, reach the people. That is the only intent I have. And how they take it is completely acceptable for us. But it should reach the people.
I can say once they watch it, they'll probably understand the passion and the sense.
Yes.
And the message, of course, of the story as well. The success of this opens doors to so many young dreamers.
Correct.
Not just part of the movie, but those who've been knocking on the doors of the industry saying, we need a platform.
Yes.
And people like your father are the ones who set the stage, saying that if you have the talent, the world is yours. We are a family if you want to enter. And that's what's the movie about, if you can give us a little hint into it. Another freezer, fire. Where are you now? In the car?
I'm in a car.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a car. So this...
Are you competing with F1?
No, please don't start such parodies. It's not needed for us. So Akenum, actually, to start with the title, it is again a pure Tamil title. Somehow my dad is always inclined towards bringing this Andarkinyar, Akenum. Akenum is another word for the alphabet Ak, the 3 dots, the I, the earth. Akenum is another word for it.
That's why the logo has those.
Correct. Yes. And the story revolves around 3 characters, 3 main characters. That's me, Dad, and then there is another character who plays the antagonist. And there is a situation where they cross paths, and which is what makes this entire film a thriller. But there is this whole emotional underline that's throughout the film. So one thing that this film will give people is that the 2 hours they're going to experience it is going to be completely engaging. They'll be completely engaged, probably edge of the seat experience for them. And definitely they should experience my driving skills. Because
It's the safest way to experience your driving skills. Like, we know we're not moving, only she's moving, it's okay.
But that's what the film is. And I play a cab driver in the film.
Superb. As always, taking up different roles, different characters. And if I was to summarize your role with your career, I will say one thing with all honesty: you have the license to thrill. You've been doing that since 2019. You've been an amazing performer. You're a dreamer. I would say you're a child of Tamil cinema as well, because the way you take the entire filmmaking, it's not been you, it's been a film that you focus on, is very interesting. My last question to you, Keerthi: films and politics, you can't keep them too much aside. And when a young mind like you is watching people who have been in the industry stepping into politics, you cannot not have an opinion. That's a very incorrect answer. It's not in the script. You have an opinion. Because governance is one aspect, fame is a different aspect altogether. When you watch, whether it is Thalapathy Vijay, whether it is Vishal wanting to make their steps and serve people from another forum, it's not right, it's not wrong, anything is perfect as long as the intent is good. What's your view on this? Vijay, the next chief minister, TVK, the big party, no one can ignore that. You like it or not is a different issue.
Correct.
What is your view of actors getting into politics, especially right the peak, the mega stars like Vijay?
My dad was MLA at one point as well. In regard to stars getting into politics, I think it's great that they use the the following and the power they've created over the years completely with their hard work. And what they do with that in regard to governance and doing for the people is also important. And MGR, sir, he had set an example that is so huge, yeah. So I think it's completely okay when they want to shift and they want to do something that is of service and governance and in whatever intention they have. And whoever it is, not just one person that you have specified, whichever government it is, whoever has the intention to help people make our state a better state, make it a better place for the people to live in, I would always support.
Perfect,
whoever
absolutely
that
right.
is. Yeah.
It is for the people, it's for a better environment, it's for a
Right.
better state and harmony, most importantly. Would you, if Vijay was to become the chief minister or get into politics as real as he plans to be, are you excited for the politician Vijay, or will you miss the actor Vijay? You can't do both. Which side are you on, the actor Vijay or the politician Vijay?
In regard to all the speech he's given and all that he has been doing till now, of course I'm looking forward to what he is going to do, what his intentions are, and 100% he's such an entertainer, yeah. And I do believe he might come back.
Yeah. So we will have a Thalapathy 70.
I'm guessing. I don't think you can take it away from him. Maybe he has given out the statement that he is done with it. But recently, I think there was some press thing that happened where a girl who he presented a certificate or award said, "Tiruppiyo nadike varuvingla anna," and he just smiled and said, "Try pannuven." So I do think he might come back. So there is no missing him.
I would love to say that usually girls are wrong, but this one I wish you are right. Because just like most of India, we love the entertainer Thalapathy.
Yes.
There's no taking that
Yes.
away. But what I do want to tell you is, I know of the actor Keerthi Pandian. Today I saw in front of me a very calm, a very focused, a very ambitious person who's got a head on her shoulders, and the steps you've taken already are remarkable. You've been nominated, maybe never been awarded, but I can assure you one thing: the awards, the rewards, the credit you deserve and desire is not too far away, Keerthi. I see that coming at your doorstep.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you on Chennai.
Thank you, Rajiv.